right, we are in. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. I am your host, DTF1 Days, alongside my co-commentator, Rage Quit. How are we all doing? Well, as we await loading into the lobby, how's your day been? Mm. Well, that's good to hear from you. And apparently Oh, I'm doing alright. I'm looking at our leaderboard and it says P4 down to P15. We do not have P1 to 12, it's 4 to 15. Yeah, a little neat. Not quite sure how to respond to that, but here we are. We await the boys in the garage to put on their setups and come out. There we go. We've got one. It's Moggs in the Alpine coming out. He'll be our first driver to put up a lap. Oh, let me see something. Yeah, just 1 second, maybe. No, let me pull up the stream on my phone. As Moggs coming through Ascari now. Let's see what the Alpine driver can do here at Monza, the Temple of Speed. Coming out of Parabolica now, Moggs will be starting his first hot lap of the session.
I've got it. Okay.
Good news, we've got our co-commentator now.
That should be working. Testing, 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 testing.
You're on. I heard your voice a second ago. Pulled up the stream and I heard
Excellent.
you.
There we go.
A little quiet, but you're not like completely inaudible.
That's good. I didn't want to shout
second
too
chicane
loud.
now into the Les Mo's for Moggs. Coming now out of Les Mo's, opens the DRS down the first part of the backstretch. One entering Ascari. Let's see what he can do through the first two sectors. It's a 53.7 down to 5th gear through Ascari. Stays in 5th gear until he exits.
You on Moggs, yeah?
Through Parabolica, he's down to 5th gear through here. Got yellows in sector 2. It's for a car going slow. To the line, it's a 121.2 for the Alpine. Next man across the line will be Steffi Weffy Gamer. I hope I got that right. 20.6.
20.6, nice.
For the Mercedes.
Just on Eagle. Eagle's coming up to
Geisen.
finish up.
Van Geisen with a 21.2, just 33 milliseconds ahead of Moggs in P3.
Here comes Eagle.
21.6 P4. Next man
Yeah.
across the line will be Ziki. He is on an outlap though, so we'll be moving on to LR Blazer Guns. Sounds about American as you can get there. Only thing you're missing is a bald eagle and apple pie, and there he puts up a 130.8. I assume that's a warm-up lap for him. He's going to be putting on his push lap now.
Yeah, we got Chadwick who's just set a purple sector 1. In the Haas.
Oh.
Going through, opening up that DRS. You come up to the bit of the track that I really don't like, Days.
Ascari, I'm guessing you're talking about.
Oh.
53.6 through the first 2 sectors for Jay Chadwick. What can they do in this final sector going through Parabolica and exiting? Right on board through here, down to 5th gear for the Haas. A little understeery through mid-corner, but he's all right. To the line, it's going to be a 120.9, puts them P2.
Nice.
Pretty good lap. And Moggs has retired from in the pits already. Oh, that's right. We've only got 12 people in here, so we're probably going to be having people put in a lap and immediately retire as Eagle now retires.
Yeah, here comes Zeke.
Coming out of Parabolica now. To the line, it's going to be a 120.9. Takes P2 from the Haas of Chadwick. Across the line and put up a lap will be Fruit Boy. Go through Parabolica now. What can he do? Line, it's a 122.4. Currently P8 out of 8 drivers.
Yeah, we got the 2 McLarens.
Yuzkin and Braver Container. Braver's looking to allow the Haas to go past, but Chadwick doesn't seem to be letting him get passing him. They're kind of just cruising down the backstretch. Back on board with Yuzkin, who's coming to the line now. What can he do? Looks like it's going to be a 128.1. Some of these drivers taking it really easy on these laps. Others trying to see how hard they can push. This Braver Container puts up a 145.8. Greatest lap I've ever seen at this track.
My kind of pace, Braver lad.
Same. Oh, man.
So we'll just wait on the 2 Red Bulls, really, I guess, to post a lap. We got Pazuzu.
Laser Guns was up by almost 0.3 of a second on his old lap until he ran out of fuel. So, formerly known as Millsy, now Pazuzu. What can he do crossing the line? The 22.6, his teammate Shane. Let's see what he can put up. It's a 23.1 for the Red Bull.
Now the question is now, everybody's set a time. Is everybody going to retire in the pits? Or are we going to see these 2 McLarens finish up?
I certainly hope
Yuzkin's
that
3
they
tenths
just
down.
come in here. Fruit Boy pulls into the pits. He's retired. We still got 3 people in the pits that have yet to retire. So will they be making another run, or are they just waiting? We've got Yuzkin coming in now. Brave Container will be the next man across the line or to come to the pits. The question is, will he actually dive in, or will he do another lap?
He doesn't seem to be going particularly quick. Looks like he's going to dive into
Chadwick and Yuzkin both both retire from the session. Brave Container dives into the pits. We've got a car leaving. Not 100% sure. It's a Haas. It's Blazer Guns. Blazer Guns will be putting in another run.
Interesting.
And Pazuzu will be putting in another run too. Shane going extremely slow entering Parabolica, which means he might be setting up for another lap as well.
Looks like he is. Yeah.
This is an interesting call from the Red Bulls, but maybe they've got a better lap in their back pocket that they're just dying to pull out. Brave Container, as I was about to go to him, has retired from the session. I was going to mention that he's the only man in the pits that has yet to retire. Coming through Les Moes as of right now, Pazuzu is not improving on his time. I don't know about Shane.
Pazuzu's well down on his time.
He is. He might just be trying to put in pace laps. Oh, he's crashed. He's crashed out.
No, he hasn't.
Pazuzu crashes out.
Well, Shane is over 1 second up.
While his teammate has just crashed out, Shane is improving massively on his time.
I mean, that's so bad for Pazuzu. I mean, that's just a disaster for him. Out in Q1 with 12 cars on the track.
He will be starting dead last out of that group of drivers here. Shane puts up a 1:21.9, improves by 1.2 seconds up to P8.
Hey, Steffi Weffy, how you doing? Welcome in. Nice lap in Q1, Steffi. So is Blazer's actually putting a lap in, is he? Yeah.
He is, yes. He's just exited Parabolica. In order to beat the qualifying time, though, he'd have to improve by about 6/10. I'm not quite sure where he's at right now.
Hey, Steffi, always a pleasure, man.
Was he talking?
He's in chat.
And he does improve, but not by enough. He's off by just less than 500ths of a second. So Blazer Guns definitely knows he's got the pace. The question is, can he pass Steffi for pole? Shane now looking to put up another lap.
Surely Shane's coming in now. Surely. No, he's going to go out again.
He must have put a lot of fuel in that car.
Yeah, it might just be tactics of trying to frustrate the opposition here.
Yeah, get them out of the zone. I know a lot of drivers I've talked to, not just in this league, of course, but a lot of other leagues that I've been in and currently in. The longer they have to wait in quali, the more the anticipation dies down. Shane's not quite improving. Oh, he hops the first the second, chicane.
That's our head of
first
comms
curve,
right there.
second chicane. Oof.
And Shane,
and he invalidates.
That's probably time to call it, Shane.
Yep, Blazer Guns is coming in too. Blazer Guns immediately retires as soon as he crosses the pit line.
So it's all down to Shane. What is Shane going to be doing?
He still has enough fuel for another lap. He might be putting it in for another. No, he is coming in this time by.
He dips in.
And that is Q1 for us.
Yeah, interesting Q1 for sure. Huge mistake by Pazuzu there. Crashing out.
Yeah, I knew seeing drivers coming back out for laps, I knew someone was going to end up regretting it.
Yeah. And that tonight is Pazuzu.
Who will be starting dead last instead of what very well could have been a good Q3 result for him. So your order after Q1, Steffi, Blazer, Zeke, Chadwick, Van Geysen, unless I'm saying that wrong, Moggs, Eagle, Shane, Fruitboy, Yuzgin, Braver Container, and Pazuzu, the only driver not making it to Q2.
Yeah, Pazuzu sat 7th in the overall standings there as well.
Yeah,
There's no breezy
could very
tonight.
well hurt.
My Aston Martin boys, there's no breezy tonight. We got Ziki. I didn't get to see the weather. Did you see the weather?
I did not.
No, I'm hoping that we have a little bit of
I
a
don't know
little
if
bit
it
of
was this
variable
league or
weather.
another league I'm in, but there was a race that started dry about 5 laps in, it got wet, and then with 5 laps to go, it got dry again.
Wow. Absolutely,
Yeah, we had
stars.
about 11 DNFs because of that.
Yeah, well, whenever there's rain in the air, you can guarantee that my Aston Martin will be pointing in the wrong direction with at least one of its wheels missing. At least. Whenever I see the
I
race,
actually feel comfortable in the rain for me.
I hate it. Hate it. All right, we've got car out, which is good. Looks like we're gonna have Laser's going to be the first person across the start-finish line, followed by
Following him is
Fruit Boy.
Fruit Boy,
Hmm?
Chadwick,
Fruit Boy, the guy who's got here
Steffi.
late. What's going to happen with Fruit Boy getting
I
here
don't
late?
know, but he's
Is
had
he
to
take
he
advantage?
had to wait because he got here late. He didn't have to wait as long.
True, true. Pazuzu, as if
Means
you
he
did
might
crash.
still be psyched up.
And you were on an in-lap, Pazuzu. Ilse.
Oh, I don't know how you crashed on an in lap. I can't lie. Out lap, I understand, but it's an in lap you're talking. I don't know. I tend to take my in laps way too cautiously. I just go full throttle and then half on the brakes so I can burn extra fuel. Ooh, Blazer locking up the tires a little bit heading into the first chicane. Coming to the line. Oh, I don't have a lap data.
Is he taking his foot off the gas as well?
27-2. 27-2 for the Haas. And I just realized we got a handful of drivers not on this, only a handful on the softs, I should say.
Yeah.
Blazer, Fruit Boy, Steffi, and Moggs. Moggs still in the pits, so he could change his mind before he comes out.
Hey, Ali. Yeah,
To
we're
the
doing
line
good,
to
thank you,
end
mate.
the First, at the end of the second sector, he puts up a 55-0. The first two sectors, a 55-0. Coming out of Ascari now. What can the Haas do with this lap? Now down to Parabolica.
We're really taking it cautious there.
And he's not really on the throttle now. He let off the throttle completely. It's a 25-6.
Yeah, Fruit Boy's not going to set
Right
something
on
any
board now
better.
with Fruit Boy. Yeah, 28-1.
Yeah.
The two drivers in the front definitely not putting in, like, personal bests. That's for sure.
Chadwick next across the line is invalidated.
That is unfortunate. It would have been a 22-4.
I think the next car across the line is going to be Steffi.
It will be. Coming out of Parabolica and to the line, it's a 27-2. It's Ziki with a 21-7 on those mediums.
Well, the Aston Martin. I guess we've got Blazer. Blazer is not pushing for a new lap.
No, but now they have less than a lap of fuel left, so they've got to put up a lap here. Saw him losing around a little bit.
Shane looks
No,
like
but
he's
Fruit
gonna
Boy
post time.
is, and he puts up a 21.6. Only slightly better than Ziki, though. Shane putting up a 22.8. Jay Chadwick to the line. It's a 121.6. Off by less than 500ths of a second of pull. Van Geysen, 21.9, puts in P4. A 20.5 for the Mercedes, and I think I saw somebody going through. I have.
Yeah, we saw Chadwick.
Going through the chicane. First chicane. I think they stopped for a solid 10 seconds and then just went on. Again.
Eagle about to cross the line.
I don't know who that was. I don't know whether that's a penalty or not, but we'll find out later on. 22.3 for the Mercedes Vehicle.
We got Shane in sector 2,
Next man
2
across
tenths
the
up.
line. Yep. Shane with a 54.4. Oh, he invalidates though out of Ascari. Next man behind him is Braver Container, also on the mediums in the McLaren. Sector 2 yellows. It's for the Mercedes. Check on who it was in a minute, but coming to the line, Braver Container puts up a 22.4, B7 for the McLaren.
Van Geysen's on a slow. Is he coming in or is he going back out again?
No,
He's got to come in.
He might be on a bit of a better lap. A Ziki, I mean.
No, Ziki comes in.
No. Ziki and both the Ferraris.
We got a slow Chadwick. We got the two Mercs.
Eagle improved by 4/10 in the first two sectors. Until the line, it's going to be a 121.9, improving by just over 4/10 of a second. P5. Meanwhile, Steffi dives into the pits, and now the only two out on track are Braver Container and Eagle. Braver Container's got less than a full lap of fuel. Question is, if he runs out, is it going to be before or after the line? Doesn't look like he's using ERS. He might be coming in here. That's exactly what I think he's doing.
Moggs is on his way out to start his outlap.
Only two people have yet to put up a lap time, and it's Yuzgin and Moggs.
Moggs on an outlap. Yuzgin yet to leave the pits.
Brave Container dives into the pits. Eagle looks to be doing the same thing here.
Yeah, in he comes. Oh, the only car on track is the Alpine.
The Alpine of Moggs. Coming through Parabolica now. He's about to start his first hot lap, I believe, of the session.
Yeah, on a set of softs as well. Interesting, the Eagles only 1/10, 1.5 tenths down on Ziki there. Mediums to softs.
Currently, the only drivers who have put up their best time on softs are Blazer Guns, Fruit Boy, and Steffi. Everybody else who's put up a lap has done it on a medium set.
Oh, I can see Blazer on mediums on my screen. That's weird. Yeah, your screen's different to mine.
I'm on best. That's why. You're probably on current tire.
Aha!
Yep.
Yep. Every day's a school day.
See, if you're on tire, it shows that Chadwick and Ziki are also on soft, so you go to best, it's going to show mediums.
Yeah.
All right, coming through Ascari. Oh, Moggs
Oh.
got a touch of oversteer through the chicane. Lucky for him, he was able to correct it and not completely take himself out as he heads Parabolica now. What lap time is he going to put up?
Oh,
He
no.
invalidates. He might have invalidated for the next lap too, which is why he's diving into the pits.
Into the pits.
Oh, you've got to feel for him. He had what looked like a good enough lap.
Blazer's soft lap with a banker. Thank you very much, Blazer. News.
We figured as
straight
much. I
from
don't
the
think
paddock.
anyone, even I myself, wouldn't put up a lap that slow. So, trust me, we knew your lap was a banker. And Yuzgin is the next man out. He will be trying to put up his first lap of the session, and he is also on mediums. Steffi out now on another set of softs, looking to put up a better lap. I would definitely not do that if I were you. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like maybe save your set of tires for quali. There's Q3.
Yeah, he's going in.
He is over a second ahead of Fruit Boy. I mean, I don't think anyone's getting that past that.
No, certainly not other drivers.
Moggs is now coming out.
Yeah, Moggs needs a
Both
lap.
the McLarens, the Haas, and the Alpine. One of the Haas's in the Alpine, all coming out. If I'm Shane, I would start thinking about coming out too.
Yeah, sure. With only 3 minutes left in the session. All it takes is one invalidated lap to really make a mess of things.
That's exactly right. Jay Chadwick has retired. He feels satisfied enough with his lap. Ditto Fruit Boy. Steffi, I have to assume, would be retiring soon as well.
Yeah, for sure. I would expect those top 4 guys. There goes Ziki.
There goes, yep.
I'll see what Blazer can do then. Assuming he's going to be the next guy across the line. Or is it going to be Yuzgin? It's going to be Blazer.
It's Blazer. That's why I've been watching him. Coming down the backstretch, part 1 of the backstretch. Through the first 2 sectors, he's improved by almost a second.
Purple in Sector 2 as well.
That could be. And as you mentioned earlier, the top 4 have all retired from the session. Everyone below, though, is still in. 3 in the pits, 4 out on track. To the line, Blazer puts up a 121.3 on mediums. He is now P2.
Wow.
And Yuzgin puts up a 121.9, putting him P7.
Well, we got Moggs. Moggs, yeah, here comes Moggs.
Moggs will be one of only 2 drivers out here currently
A quick first
in
sector.
the top 10 with the fastest lap.
That middle sector.
Purple
is
sector 2 for
53.
Moggs.
53.5 was that middle sector. That was half a second quicker than Blaze.
Oh boy. Coming out of Parabolica and to the line. What can Moggs do? It's a 121.0 for the Alpine. He is P2. Absolutely phenomenal lap. Next man to cross the line will be Graver Container. Might be putting up a bit of a banker here to put up the real lap right at the end of this one.
Yeah.
So what they're doing, their last lap was 9.1 off. Eagle has retired, and he's in a very precarious spot right now. P7 for the Mercedes.
Yuzgin. Oh, Yuzgin.
Yuzgin dives into the pits. I don't believe it. He's actually dived into the pits. He's in even more danger than Eagle is.
Yeah.
And he's retired. He didn't have a choice at that point. He'd already pulled in. Qualifying officially over, which means whatever you do at the end of your lap is what you do. Blazer Guns, knowing he's pretty much safe, dives into the pits and immediately retires. Moggs looking to do the same thing. Sector times well off, of course. Back on board with Braver Container. What can he do? 54.3 for the first two sectors, improving by over 0.15 of a second.
I'm just keeping my eye on Shane.
I don't know if it'll be enough.
Shane is 0.5 up.
Coming to the line now. Braver Container improves by about 1/4 of a second. Stays P10 though. Shane on the soft tires, I believe.
Yeah, Shane's got to find 0.3 in sector 3.
Can he do it? Oh, he did that and some.
Oh my God, he did.
Geisen. And he gets, I think it says P2 on the Ferrari's dashboard. Wow, it does. You can barely see it, but it says P2 for Van Geisen with a phenomenal lap to bring him into Q3. Brave Container, sadly, will be the one driver leaving in Q3 with a 122.1. Yuzgin P10, P9 Eagle, Zeke, Shane puts a P7, just good enough, more than good enough, I should say, to keep him in qualifying. Jay Chadwick, Fruit Boy, Blazer Guns, Moggs, Geisen, and Steffi Weffy Gamer. This guy has been absolutely killing it so far in the first two sessions. What can he do in Q3? With him, Geisen, Moggs, and Shane all on the softs to start this race, where will those four qualify?
Yeah, he's had plenty of pace through Q1 and Q2 as Steffi. You have to fancy his chances of grabbing a pole, certainly a front row. But I think Blazer,
worst case scenario for him is front row.
That 21.3 lap by Blazer on the mediums. Only 0.8 down.
Yeah, just under 8/10. He's definitely got the pace to fight too.
Chadwick says Braver is washed and Blazer is my goat. Chadwick the 121.6 on the mediums as well. It's three pretty close. To be fair, actually, if you go from fourth, all those times really. 0.3 between, well, 0.4 between 4th and 8th, with Eagle and Yuzgin just getting a couple of laps in towards the back end there.
Yeah, and Yuzgin and Eagle having the closest margin between the two of only 0.003 of a second. Well, as we await Q3.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what is causing the delay. I can still see a Ferrari going around the track. Guessing that might be Van Geisen.
Probably.
There we go.
Oh, finally the timer.
The time.
And there we go.
Yeah, Pazuzu's going to put his feet up for a little while. He won't be required for at least another 12 minutes, is it?
About that.
So who are we going for then? Who's your pole position, Days?
If not Steffi, I'd say Blazer. Blazer put up a really good lap on those mediums less than 8/10 down. I feel like on softs, he's going to absolutely unleash every ounce of grip they've got and put in an absolute smacking lap.
Yeah, I was gonna go
Speaking
for
of Blazer, he's the first man out of the pits.
I was gonna go for Blazer, but I think there's just something about Fruit Boy getting in late. Is he going to take advantage of that slight delay and put himself on that front row?
I can imagine the Tifosi here in Italy would definitely love to see one of their cars on the front row, let alone pole.
Yeah, and let's be honest, Van Gijsen had some pace there at the end as well.
Yeah, that's very true, very true.
It was definitely up for grabs.
I don't know if you know this, and I don't know if anyone in the Discord or the Twitch or anything knows this, but I had a friend of mine who plays this tell me that the final, 3 minutes of Q3 are when the track are at its grippiest.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Something I will definitely be noting for Tier 4 tomorrow. Although that requires me to get out of Q1.
Yes, that is true.
Which I've
in order
managed
for
on
you
a
to
whole
get to Q3, you must get to at minimum Q2.
Yeah. I've managed to get out of Q1 at least twice.
The only reason I've had any Q3 appearances this season is because the attendance for some of the Division 5 races has been a little bit lackluster. First man to start a lap will be Blazer, followed by Fruit Boy, Moggs. Steffi dives back into the pits. I don't think he liked what was going on with his car on that outlap. After
Blazer.
Moggs.
Blazer's just pulled out of that lap, I think.
It's possible.
Yeah.
He's also locking up the brakes at least twice on this lap, so he might not feel great about his lap right now.
Yeah, he had a little incident going into the
right
chicane.
On board with Fruit Boy. We're going to see what he's doing. He's got a purple Sector 1 right now. Runs a little wide out of the first Lesmos. Opens the DRS. .53.7 for the first two sectors.
A full second quicker than Moggs through those first two sectors.
To the line, Fruit Boy is going to put up a 20.9.
It's a good sign that we're in the 20s already.
22.2 for Moggs, 21.3 for Shane. Yuzgin coming through the final corner. Puts up a 21.3. Just a 1/100th of a second ahead of Shane, who now is demoted to P3. Chadwick with a 34.4. Definitely a banker lap. Let's see what they can do here on this next lap. After them, Eagle across the line. It's a 21.1. Less than
Blazer.
2/10 behind Fruit Boy.
Yeah, Blazer lost force feedback in the middle of turn 3.
Oh boy, that explains it.
Oh,
Van Gijsen coming out of Parabolica to the line, and Yuzgin, what happened?
Yuzgin span at the chicane. I don't know if there's any damage.
Doesn't look like it. And Van Gijsen, while we went over to Yuzgin, takes pole from his teammate. It's a Ferrari front row lockout right now.
Oh, wow. The Tifosi are going wild.
The Tifosi are absolutely losing their minds. Imagine that happens in real life this year in Monza.
But here comes Moggs. Has Moggs improved? He has.
Puts up a 21.3, and Shane with a 20.8 takes pole by almost a whole 10th. Wow. And we were being told earlier today that he would be basically the butt of a joke. But right now, the only joke is us for not taking him seriously. Wow. Chadwick improves to P4 with a 21.0, almost in 1 millisecond short of a full 10th behind Fruit Boy as Eagle crosses the line by 2 milliseconds faster than Shane. I'm telling you, this track heats up, and when it heats up, boy, it is lightning fast. They don't call it the Temple of Speed for nothing. Steffi passing the line to start a hot lap. Next one across the line will be Blazer Guns, who will be starting his hot lap as well. Right on board with Moggs. I don't think he's improving on his lap, though. Maybe Shane. No, not him either. Ziki. Maybe. I didn't get the time for his middle sectors.
Yeah, he's still racing hard.
I'm just going to ride on board with him here. Let's see what he can do through Parabolica. Down to 5th gear for the Aston Martin. Does not invalidate to the line. Steffi crashed. Steffi crashed.
Oh no.
I don't have an angle, and Ziki takes pole with a 20.882. Wow. But Steffi is crashed. The only angle we're going to get is on board with Blazer. I don't know if he's going to get there in time, though. Crashed out of the second Lesmos. Ooh, right on the racing line. I saw it for a split second. Just a terrible way for the Q1 and Q2 pole setter to go out. Oh, and Blazers invalidates.
Well, Ziki's a 10th up, by the way.
Oh boy, he is. See what he does through this, coming to the end of this sector. Almost 3/10 up on his last lap. Wow. Rides the curbs kind of heavy through Ascari. Does a good job. No loss of the rear end or anything, though. We keep going.
Chadwick, absolutely.
Out of Parabolica now. And it's a 20.3 for the Aston Martin.
Let's go, the Aston boys.
My word. That is nuts.
That is some lap.
I think for sure your team's definitely going to be happy with that one.
Blazers pushing hard.
Less than 4 minutes now in this session. Riding along with Blazer.
Yeah, Steffi, that's unlucky, man. So quick in Q1 and Q2.
53.5. It's a purple sector 2 for the Haas. Starting to run out of fuel, though. When does it dry? When does the tank go dry? Through the final corner, tires riding on the outside, and he pits. He pits. That was a good lap, and he just pit. I don't get it.
I'm
Do you
I'm
understand
struggling.
the strategy? Or?
I don't understand that.
I don't either. It's like, man, I would have killed for a lap like that yesterday. I just don't. Does he not feel confident? In here, give us an insight, bud. Because right now we can't be asked. As Eagle crosses the line, he's now going to start more than likely his final lap, possibly final 2 laps in this session. And as I said, the final 3 minutes in this session are the premium time. The later in the session, the better your tires are going to be.
Moggs 1/10 up.
Speaking of, Blazer is coming back out again. Moggs, I just realized Moggs is much later in the lap than Eagle is. Let's see what he can do here. Coming through Parabolica, final corner here at the Temple of Speed. To the line, it's going to be a 120. He does not improve. He doesn't improve.
He was a full 10th
There's no way. He's definitely pushing this lap. He's definitely pushing this lap. Now on board with Eagle. What can Eagle do? He's coming down the back stretch towards Parabolica. Out to Parabolica down in 5th gear. I ran this corner through 4th gear just to rev the engine out. And Eagle improves by 0.3, puts him P2, but he's still almost 2 whole tenths off of pole. He still has enough fuel to make another lap here. The question is, does he? Blazer across the line now. He's going to start his hot lap. That can't be real. And he's right in front of it. The only thing I don't understand is why Van Geysen isn't catching up to him. One thing I'm shocked I didn't see today was toes. And Blazers crashed in the same spot that Steffi crashed in. The 2 guys were absolutely dominant in the first 2 sessions. They're out.
There go our 2 top picks for pole.
This is an absolute free-for-all. And Eagle puts up another lap, but it doesn't matter. Ziki holds on to pole, so the next man to cross has the best shot. Moggs did not improve in that first sector. He's coming down the backstretch now. Towards Ascari. What can he do?
0.3 up.
He's up by about 0.3. But it's not going to be enough. He's got to find more time. At least a second. Van Geysen right behind him. Fruit Boy behind him, and he's crashed! Right out of Ascari, Fruit Boy has crashed the Tifosi in shambles. They'd still got one hope. Moggs with a 20.9, and Van Geysen misses pole by 0.03 of a second. The Tifosi are officially in shambles. They cannot believe it.
And that's quality done.
Yuzgin to the line. It's a 120.8 P4 for the McLaren. Shane invalidated his lap. He will be stuck in P5 for the Red Bull. An absolutely unfortunate day for I believe Fruit Boy crashing out on the final lap on his final lap, I should say. Blazer and Steffi also crashing out on their laps. But Ziki putting up an absolutely phenomenal performance in the Aston Martin to put it on pole. Van Geysen putting it on the front row, P2, giving the Tifosi a bit of a consolation prize. P3 Eagle, Yuzgin in the McLaren, Shane in the Red Bull, the Alpine of Moggs, the Ferrari of Fruit Boy, the Haas of Jamie Chadwick, the Mercedes of Steffi, and the Haas of Blazer. The top 8, 71/100ths of a second apart from each other. The closest 2, I believe, being the top 2.
3/100ths of a second. Yeah, Chadwick, exactly. Your boy Blazer, the GOAT.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. You there?
Oh, sorry. It just sounded like you cut off.
Yeah, I got the same from you.
Ah.
I think we just had a minor glitch there. That's okay. We can accept a minor glitch.
Yeah. As long as it's just that, you know, it's all good.
Yep.
Otherwise, it will be a massive issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steffi, that was kind of my reaction seeing you crash there. And yours as well, Blazer. You two both had, I can imagine, phenomenal laps coming in, and to see you guys crash out in the same spot objectively sucks. Absolutely sucks to see it. You two were without a doubt gonna be the front row. Boy, also crashing sucks. Of course, you never want to see people crash, regardless if it's quality, race, whatever have you. Especially not as a commentator.
No, exactly. You always want to be able to commentate on the full range of drivers each and every week. And I think we were probably
Especially at
robbed of two really quick laps there.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Millsy, I don't know how fast he is compared to the other guys in this division, but seeing him crash out in Q1 kind of just took away from talking points and stuff.
Yeah. What a lap from Zeke.
And oh yeah, Zeke. On the other hand, on the other end of that situation, Zeke, absolutely phenomenal lap from him. Without a doubt, deserved to be on pole. I don't know how many times he's got pole. Zeke, if you can let us know in the Twitch, the Discord, or wherever. Van Geysen on the front row.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how these guys all handle that first turn, that first corner.
And here's the crazy part. Ziggy starting on mediums, Van Geysen on softs. How is that front row, how is it going to look to start heading into turn one? Who's going to have the advantage?
Oh my word, yeah.
But two drivers behind the front row are both on mediums. The two behind them on softs. The two behind them on mediums. Soft, medium, and then the bottom two both mediums.
Yeah, that's
So
that's a mixed
4
bag.
out of 12 drivers. 4 out of 12 drivers on medium or softs. I mean.
So what's your strategy on here then, Days? What are you doing?
Well, for the medium runners, I'd say, take care of your tires. Don't push too hard, especially not in the first few laps. And just make the mediums last as long as you can.
Yeah, see if we can get those
for
things
the
to
soft
lap
runners,
16 and
I'd
17.
say. For the soft runners, I'd say, especially Van Geysen in this situation, push as hard as you can on the first lap. Get as far away from the rest as you can. And I guess just manage your tires from there. Maintain a big enough gap, and just try not to cook them too hard. The Scari especially is going to be a hard place for you not to kill your tires on lap 1, because the car is super heavy and you're going to try to put a lot of extra throttle into it to get through quicker than others. My issue yesterday was just an AI, which is the worst way to have an issue. Yeah.
Hey.
2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lights out and away we go here in Monza, the Temple of Speed in Italy.
Great start from Eagle. Terrible start from Yuskin.
Not a great start from Van Geysen either. He doesn't. Oh, but amazing dive on the inside, getting the switchback by Zeke. Who's going to get a better traction? It looks like it's going to be Zeke. So Zeke coming through turn 3 now is going to have the lead over Van Geysen. And Yuzgin is way off. What has happened to him? He's lost every spot that he had. Van Geysen, meanwhile, at the back of the front, takes over Ziki, and he already looks to be making a massive gap.
Braver Container's in the wall.
Oh, Braver Container. Braver Container in the wall. The McLaren's just not having a good day so far today. Already, or I should say night, since pretty much most of this Discord and League is in Britain. Van Geysen coming through a Scari, doing a good job. He's pushing through a Scari, but he's not trying to kill the car. And look at that. He is just absolutely gapping the Aston Martin behind. He's already out of DRS range.
Those soft tires did a great job for him right there.
Yes,
What are they going to do for
did.
Moggs? What are they going to do for Moggs now behind Eagle?
And Geisen with the fastest lap, of course, with a 25.4 on the first lap. We got a yellow in Sector 3 now, and it's just Braver going slow. I thought he was going to crash. Yuzkin in the pits.
Moggs is all over the back of Zeke right now.
Position swap between Pazuzu and Blazer Guns. Blazer Guns knows he doesn't want to be back here. Knows he doesn't belong back here. Steffi, in the meantime, has gained 3 spots on the first lap, going from P9 to P6. Meanwhile, Zeke is starting to get passed by Moggs. And it looks like Eagle, too.
Mr. Whittle, good evening.
What has happened to our pole sitter on this first lap?
He just got caught up by those 2 cars on those soft tyres.
Yeah. Just not a great start for him. Yuzkin and Braver Container, both the McLarens on the hard tires now. They're looking to push these to the end. Shane
looking to make a move on the inside there.
Trying to hold on to P4. Oh, he overtakes the Mercedes of Eagle, but now he's got to worry about Steffi. Oh, and it looks like Steffi's going to have the position. Going about 4 miles an hour faster than down the straight. Van Geisen now over 3 seconds ahead of Moggs, despite being on this same exact set of tires. Meanwhile, way in the back for P, there's a massive battle for P9 between Pazuzu and Blazer Guns. They're fighting so hard, they've already dropped well outside the DRS of Fruit Boy. He's in P8 now. Pazuzu trying to put on the defense against the Haas. Which might not be working quite as well as he wants it to. As I mentioned, he's losing an awful lot of time to the leaders. Steffi makes the move on Zeke. He's now up to P3.
Yeah, I guess if you're Zeke right now, in those
swapping spots. Chadwick is spun out of Ascari. Might not have a front wing. I can't see yet, but definitely damage for the Haas. Oh, yep, no front wing for Jay Chadwick. You hate to see it. Steffi with the fastest lap of the session, 23.0. Now, I apologize for the interruption. Continue on.
Hey, no worries, man. I was just saying now, for Zeke now, really, for what we were saying at the beginning about the strat, you know, he's got to try and take these mediums as far as he can. Those guys on the softs are going to be burning some rubber. You got Shane.
Oh, yeah.
Three cars past him already. Shane, almost within DRS range. He's got to be looking to
probably
take those
catch
tires.
DRS here unless Shane touches the gravel again, like he just did. I think Zeke right now just needs to not worry too much right now about the positions he's lost.
No.
He just needs to keep pace, be consistent. As long as he keeps his pace, keeps a cool head, he'll be fine.
Yeah, he's racing Eagle and Fruit Boy right now.
And currently he's got over a second between those two. Unless Shane brings them closer to him with DRS, which is a very possible situation. Right on board with Steffi as he opens the DRS to get past Moggs. Oh, Moggs fighting back into the braking zone. And it looks like Moggs might keep the position. No. Steffi getting much better traction out of the exit. Moggs now getting the position back on the Mercedes. And Steffi just letting them through. Now back with Zeke. He's going to get DRS again from Steffi. This is what's keeping Zeke right now with these two, is that Steffi can't get past Moggs. Not yet. Giving the Aston Martin very good situation. Zeke losing the rear end just a hair. Evening, Whittle. How are you doing? Right now, oh, we got a yellow in Sector 1. It's for McLaren. Braver Container may have just spun around in the chicane. We don't know right now. Van Geysen in the lead is about 5 seconds ahead of Staffy Weffy. And the more that these P2 and P3 fight, the more of a gap Van Geysen will have heading into the pit window.
Looks like Braver Container spun it again.
Another yellow. Yeah, I went onto him and he was facing at a right angle. And I'm just like, oh boy, this isn't fun for him, is it?
Arm tires are hotter than the surface of the sun.
For Braver Container, I think he just needs to take it a bit easy heading into Ascari. I'm about to check on board with him, see what he does here.
Yeah, nice.
Good news, he keeps it going. Downside is that Van Geysen is pushing about as hard as a human possibly can in this game, and he is absolutely eating away at the gap between him and the lap car. Steffi Weffy now in clean air is starting to catch up a little bit to Van Geysen. Not a lot, but definitely enough to take a bit of notice. Meanwhile, Moggs is well outside the DRS range of Steffi, and he's going to get absolutely eaten alive by Ziki. Ziki, again, I don't know how to say it.
It's a Ziki. That'll do.
Ziki, yeah.
Maybe if he
DRS train right now from P5 to P7, or P3 to P7. Blazer Guns looking like he's trying to catch up to these guys, and he's not doing a terrible job at catching up. He's also gotten a good distance between him and Pazuzu, who were fighting for position not all that long ago. Braver Container has now been lapped, and here's something to note. No one underfueled their car except your current leader, Van Geysen. The question is, the yellow light just went off, so he didn't underfuel it by much. He might not have underfueled it at all.
Yeah, I see that flashing.
Yeah. Which means he's about equal on fuel. He'll probably run out about 50 meters before the finish line. Moggs now getting back into P3. Ziki dropping to P4.
Absolutely no time at all between those cars.
No.
Third to seventh.
You could cover, yeah, you could pretty much cover these guys with a blanket. Although Eagle is going to want to catch up a little bit on Shane if he wants to stay in this DRS train. He's not going to be able to stay in this gap. Catches up by a good bit, about 3/10 in that second chicane.
Always interesting watching one of those DRS changes where you can see the different strengths that the different drivers have around different areas of the tracks as those times go up and down. Because of the DRS, it's making it pretty equal
side by
right
side
now.
heading into Ascari between P3 and P4. Ziki makes the move before the chicane.
Steffi's taking some time out there.
Moggs looks to pass. Moggs passed Ziki before the DRS detection point, so Moggs will not get DRS. Everyone behind him will, though. I think Ziki purposefully let off the gas to let Moggs through.
A little bit of
Once
contact
again,
there.
oh, yeah, we got a lot of argy-bargy going on back here, and Blazer Guns has caught up to the DRS train. He's now just outside that 1 second mark.
That is some phenomenal driving by Blazer, by the way. And I know these guys are holding each other up, but wow.
Yeah. It would still take quite a lot for them to catch up. We got a caution in Sector 2. Who's it for? Is it for... No. Who's it for?
The lapped car, I think. Must be for Braver.
Oh, yep. You know what? Yep. Braver. You have to let out of everyone's way, and that's what he did. Since getting out of the dirty air of Moggs, Ziki, etc., Steffi Weffy is caught up by about about 2 seconds to Van Geysen. And it's been very gradual, but Steffi, I just noticed something else about him. He's also about the same amount of fuel that Van Geysen has.
Yeah, he's showing yellow as well, right?
Currently, right now, yes.
A quick
if he
question.
lifts off the throttle, it'll probably show. Oh, and we got Moggs. Oh, he goes into the pits.
Moggs is pitted.
So he'll be the first of the soft runners to pit.
Quick question for you regarding
follow him.
Van Geysen's car. So next to the yellow fuel light, we have a blue spanner and screwdriver lit up.
I'm not 100% sure what that means. I don't think it means he's got damage, but I'm not quite sure what it does mean.
The only other car with that is Shane. It might be an indication as to why Steffi's taken 2.5 seconds out of him the last few laps.
Well, I don't think it's damage, because otherwise Shane would be dropping back on Ziki. And although he hasn't caught up and passed Ziki, he hasn't dropped back on him either. So I don't think it means they've got damage, but
anybody
I don't really have any
Anybody in chat who
really
knows what that means,
idea.
let us know. I'm now intrigued.
Yeah, we got 18 people. Anyone of y'all know, let us know. Van Geysen dives into the pits, and Steffi does too. Let's see what Shane does here. Shane's going to stay out. Ziki's going to get the lead from the two pitting drivers.
Moggs went on to hards. Okay.
I don't know if that's... I don't think you need to go on to hards if you pit this late. I mean, it's lap 11. 10 down, 17 to go. You can pit on the mediums and you'll be good to go to the end.
For sure.
The yellow in Sector 3, it's for the Haas at Jay Chadwick. I don't know what happened.
Oh, he has
got
no front
another wing change. Oh, man.
More wings than
When
British
it rains,
Airways.
It pours for him right now, man. He's going to dive back into the pits again.
Yeah, Orphan, if you look now at... well, whenever we get onto Shane or...
I'm on Shane right now.
We're looking
okay,
at what
so
that
blue thing next to the... Yeah, the blue thing right next to the fuel light. What does that mean for Shane?
Jeff says rain in 10 minutes?
Rain
Surely
in
not
10
button.
minutes?
Surely not button.
Are you kidding? It's going to be nuts. That might be why Shane's staying out another lap. He might be trying to see if he can make the softs run or go until the rain comes. Although I don't think that's going to happen.
It's looking pretty sunny right now.
Yeah. One thing's for sure. Al, it might explain why Chadwick just went on to softs. Because there's no way you can make softs go to the end from here. It's coming.
Oh, wow.
I've definitely seen sunnier races end with rain. IRL and in-game.
So what's this going to do for the strategies then? For those guys, certainly the guys who just nipped onto hards and therefore, well, Moggs, who's just nipped onto hards. He's going to be losing a stack of time right now.
And I gotta say, if you're in Shane's case, do you pin onto another set of softs? I would think you have to if the rain is coming, you know?
Yeah, give yourself some more pace for the next 5-6 laps before everybody dives in for those inters. Orphan thinks that the car maybe has floor damage.
I mean, it's possible, but... Okay, I mean, 12 laps on these softs. I don't know how much longer Shane can go. But however much longer he can go, he's probably lost that gap to Van Geysen and Steffi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's definitely lost it by now. Ziki, if he pits right now, would be right behind. It would probably be right ahead, I should say, of Moggs. I'm not quite sure how much time you lose exactly, but...
Yeah, he'd probably... Moggs is losing a considerable amount of time on those hards.
Yeah.
I think he's just lost 2 seconds that last lap.
The way to go. And one thing's for sure, Chadwick, Braver Container, both a lap down. Yuzgin, most of a lap down. Currently, driver with the fastest lap is Steffi, of course, with a 23.0. Okay.
Yeah, Shane is
now got a DRS train from 1st to 5th. Shane definitely... I mean, if you look at these tires he's driving on, they look absolutely scorched. You can see massive amounts of graining on the front tires, especially the front left.
I would say he's got to come in this lap. He's now out of DRS range. Back into DRS range again.
Blazer is near DRS on Fruit Boy.
Fruit Boy's got a bundle full of ERS.
He's making a move around the outside on Eagle, and Eagle pits. And so does Shane. So Shane finally pits after 14 laps on a set of softs. Shane, if you can, let us know what percentage your tires were at. Ziki now having about a 1.5-second lead to Fruit Boy, followed by Blazer Guns, Pazuzu, and Van Geysen.
Really interesting to see how this strategy plays out now for Eagle, who's gone onto the softs a little bit earlier. Maybe that's because of the rain. Maybe making that move to the softs a couple of laps early.
In the top 4 here, do they decide to pit, or do they wait until the rain comes to pit?
Jeff has said 10 minutes yet again. Button's absolutely convinced that Jeff is on the source. Sounds like we might be right.
Yeah, no kidding. Van Geysen getting a lot of DRS from Pazuzu, who's much older tires. Almost 15 laps old. You can tell the difference between these two on their tires.
Yeah, and he's got to come straight through there.
Van Geysen absolutely attacking Ascari.
Ziki comes in.
Oh, Pazuzu.
Oh, and picks up
and he
5
speeds.
seconds.
Blazer Gun stays out, though. Blazer Guns, what is he doing with his tires? Ziki on the softs. Fruit Boy also on the softs. Get a yellow
That's a
in
big
sector
mistake.
2 now. It's for guns. It's Blazer. The leader on extremely old tires had about a 9-second gap to Van Geysen, and it's now gone. Only 2.7 seconds now separate Van Geysen and your leader. Meanwhile, Pazuzu right behind Van Geysen with Steffi right next to him. Got another yellow yet again in Sector 1 is for Braver Container.
Braver Container is not having his favorite day, I'm sure.
Certainly not. It's certainly not his favorite track, I'd have to assume.
Zuzu's still out on those mediums, 15 laps. Blazer's still out. Blazer also has the blue icon now as well, by the way.
And Van Geysen no longer has it. Ziki, Eagle, Fruit Boy all have the blue icon. Yuzgin, Chadwick all have the blue icon. Blazer pits now, and Van Geysen is obviously staying out. I just realized Steffi does not have DRS to Van Geysen. This could be a huge problem, especially for someone behind him like Pazuzu. Eagle gets the fastest lap. We got a yellow. Oh, Moggs. Moggs spins around out of Parabolica. And Moggs is going to go on to a new set of tires, I believe. Yeah, he stopped for a moment, but he's going to go on to a new set.
Moggs had enough of those hards.
Yeah. Now he's going to go on to a set of softs, and he's going to get a wing change. He lost an end plate. I can already tell. Meanwhile, we got another yellow in Sector 2. It's for Fruit Boy, who I know lost at least a spot or two. I just don't, and I see dust on his tires. I just don't know what happened. Ziki now on the best set of tires to end this race. Brand new softs to the end. Ten laps to go. Ziki putting in the best lap of the session with a 21.9. Not as good and in some cases better than some of the qualifying laps some of these drivers had. Front with the Ferrari of Van Geysen. What can he do? Can he hold off the Mercedes? Or will they both fight for the final 10 laps here in Monza?
After a little bit of research, because Google is my friend, apparently the blue spanner light is that the team have been calling them into the pits.
Gotcha. We know Van Geysen had that on for a few laps. Pazuzu doesn't actually have his on. He's been on his tires for the entire race, and I guess he must have trying to push the mediums as far as they can go.
Mr. Whittle says Shane gets third here.
Doesn't look like Steffi's going to be close enough to make a move all the way back here. We got a yellow in Sector 2. It's for the McLaren of Braver. Again, just not having the day he wanted. I can imagine. He's nearly 2 laps down.
Orphan just looked on YouTube. Did it say the same thing, Orphan?
Okay. Well, it's good to hear that that's what that's the reason there.
Oh, a little wiggle there from Steffi. As we go through the place where he crashed out in quali. going to be able to get close enough.
To that last pit stop, I just realized that Jay Chadwick actually got their lap back.
Oh, wow.
There's only one man a lap down, and it's, oh, Braver Container. And speaking of, as soon as I switch on to him, he spins in the first chicane. Chadwick now catching up to this. Hopefully they'll be able to avoid it. Braver Container, don't have to worry about that. Braver Container.
Oh, that's his first lap.
Control.
First lap on those new softs as well.
Yeah. The only drivers with penalties right now are Zeke with a 5-second penalty, 3 for Blazer Guns, and 3 for Braver Container. Right now, Van Geysen's having to use a lot of extra fuel to defend against Steffi.
Oh, that's right. Is it excellent news? At least we know what that means now. We've been playing the game for 9 months.
Ziki has just passed Pazuzu for P3. Currently, if the race ended right now, Ziki would finish P7 after the penalty.
I'm wondering when Pazuzu's got to come in and get on these soft tyres, or is he just hanging out waiting for the inters?
I think that's what he's doing. Him and Yuzgin. But with coming to the line, it's going to be 7 laps to go, and I don't think you're going to have much of a choice soon. Sector 1, yellow, once again, Braver Container spinning out in that same spot he spun out about 4 times now. He's just not had the day he wanted. And Geisen and Steffi almost catching up to him. Ziki is 4 seconds back on them on newer tires.
Oh,
on
Pazuzu
softs,
goes
not
off.
to mention. Oh, what happened?
Pazuzu went off at turn 1, and Fruit Boy and Eagle both squeezed past through the gap as he missed his braking zone.
Oh, sheesh, you hate to see it. Man has lost. Oh, and he hops the first curb on the second chicane.
Really got to watch those curbs.
I don't know if it was him or someone else that did that in Q2. Oh, and then he nearly loses the rear end. He's got his teammate Shane right behind him on much newer mediums. He's got to let him pass. Speaking of pass, Van Geysen lets Steffi pass right before Ascari. He might be trying to get the DRS on the main straight. And Pazuzu is not letting his teammate by. I got to tell you, probably not the strategy you want to employ here. But the track has suddenly gotten immensely dark. Pazuzu might be giving Shane a bit of a tow and then DRS here and letting him through. Certainly don't want 2018 Azerbaijan happening here.
Yeah, DRS wide open.
Rain in 5 minutes.
Easy.
5 minutes time is when this rain is coming. Steffi and Van Geysen side by side through turn 3. This is looking to be in a nice fight. Van Geysen lets Steffi through.
The question on my
lips. Be the
lips.
fight of the race.
The question on my lips right now is: are we going to have a Lando moment? The rain comes down, and is somebody going to stay out on the slicks for the last lap?
No offense, but I'm guessing it's going to be a McLaren. No, but on a serious note, there very well could be.
Yeah, with 5 laps to go, that means we'd have rain. If rain comes down, I don't see it. Is there a bit in the air there?
It could be.
Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet.
We're not going to see it until the... Oh, boy. Van Geysen getting a massive run out of Parabolica. He's going to have the DRS, using the ERS as well. And he just flies past Steffi, creating a nice gap between them before they even get to the first chicane.
Watch out for Zeke here, by the way, catching up.
Oh, yeah, he's right behind him now.
On the softs, by the way.
Wow.
Newer
And
softs.
Fruit Boy is catching up to Ziki.
We are in for what appears to be a grandstand finish.
And if Fruit Boy catches up to Ziki, this could be a 5-way fight for the win. Because Eagle doesn't look to be letting Fruit Boy go anywhere anytime soon. Laser Gun's making his way past Pazuzu for P7. This Haas hasn't had the best day he could have asked for, but he's certainly made up for it after his Q2 crash. Excuse me, Q3 crash.
Now, is there any opportunity for either of these two cars? Oh.
Oh, and the rain's coming now with 4 laps to go. Raindrops are now falling onto the track. Right before the leaders got into the first chicane. I feel like if you're further back, say Chadwick or Brave or Container, I feel like you might want to go on to the inners a little sooner.
Yeah, could they dive in right now?
You have to, but you might as well. I wouldn't say dive in now unless the rain picks up a lot in the next 15 seconds or so.
Well, they're only just... Chadwick and Brave and Container are only just entering Sector 3.
Fruit Boy not gaining the time he needs to catch up right now. Currently the track still looks pretty dry. I don't see any moisture out there on track.
No.
Steffi looked like for a moment that they were going to dive into the pits, but they were just trying to I think he was just trying to fool Van Geysen. Van Geysen goes around the outside. Ziki looks to be making a move on the outside too. Doesn't have enough though. Van Geysen's going to get the lead. If this rain comes out with Van Geysen in the lead, I don't think he's going to lose. I think he'll very well win this race if he ends up getting the lead.
Yeah, 100% Muddy. A little bit too late.
Yeah, rain too late for Pazuzu. That's definitely for sure. This man has gone 24 laps on mediums. I mean, he's got to pit soon. I'd say either go onto the softs or the intermediates. It's your call. He's definitely got enough of a gap to Yuzgin to take the softs or the intermediates.
Fruit Boy not being able to close that gap. Eagle dropping off the back of Fruit Boy now as well.
Yeah. I think Fruit Boy knows that he's got to stay within 3 seconds to get his team a double podium. Steffi and Ziki both opening the DRS. They almost touch. And because of that, they're not going to be able to fight Van Geysen. They're not going to be able to fight Van Geysen. He's going to keep the lead out of the chicane. Blazer gets P6 from Shane. Pazuzu pitting now. I mean, he had to at this point, otherwise he was going to be disqualified. He's on the softs. The rain, I think, for most people just came too little too late.
Yeah, it looks like these guys are going to be able to get around. The heavens would have to open pretty badly right now.
Fruit Boy not yet in DRS, but he is actually closing in now, as he's closed in by almost a second in the last lap. Braver Container is around out of Ascari. He's gonna have to sit there and wait for the leaders. They all come by now. Coming to the line, it'll be the final lap of the Italian Grand Prix here for the Division 3 series for RSF1. Van Gijsen has absolutely dominated this race from the start. Steffi and Ziki have maybe one more chance. Fruit Boy, not again with no DRS. Shane with a 5-second speeding penalty. You just, oh no, ignoring yellow flag. I'm gonna hope that he gets that removed for his sake. Oh, him and Blazer touch and he loses the rear end a little bit. Back to your leaders. Oh boy, you've got a three-way fight for the lead. Absolutely terrible camera angle they were trying to give me, so I had to go on board and look behind him. Van Gijsen, can he hold them off for just a few more corners? Can Fruit Boy get past Ziki on track, or will he have to just hope that he doesn't get a penalty throughout the rest of this lap?
Of the RS.
He's got red lights, so does Steffi. So does just about everybody here. Will Van Gijsen and Steffi be able to hold on to the fuel they've got until the end of this race? Van Gijsen doing the Hamilton swerve down the backstretch, break the toe. Coming through Parabolica, the final corner. The Tifosi are absolutely mad right now as Van Gijsen wins the race. Steffi P2 and Fruit Boy puts it P3 to give Ferrari a double podium. Eagle P4, Mercedes having an absolutely phenomenal day as well. Ziki P5, Blazer Guns P6, following him Shane. I just have to hope that he gets his penalty, 5-second penalty removed for ignoring yellow flags, quote unquote. Coming through Parabolica, Pazuzu will be P8. After him, you've got Yuzgin and Moggs. Moggs a little too far, just a little too far away from Yuzgin to get P9, but he will get P10 for his team. And unfortunately, that's about all she wrote for them. P11 will be Jay Chadwick and Braver Container. P12, 2 laps down. Just an unfortunate day for the McLaren driver.
Hey, what a great race, Days.
But absolutely phenomenal fight between your top 3 today of Van Gijsen, Steffi, and Ziki, who unfortunately did not finish P3 after his penalty.
Oh, he's actually finished in P5. Eagle got close enough.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Fruit Boy and Eagle both got close enough. Fruit Boy just stuck behind him, about 2 seconds to a second behind him, and Eagle, I didn't even know he would be close to that.
No, I didn't think he was close enough to nick that 4th spot. But what a great race. The rain just didn't come early enough for some of the guys there. Steffi, driver of the day. Hey, yo, Camo. Cheers, buddy.
The Tifosi are absolutely in tears of joy right now. All right. Let me know when you can invite these guys to a party. To the party, I should say.
The party.
Thank you, Cam. Appreciate it. Camo, I should say. I do wish there would have been more drivers. Definitely would have been a lot more exciting. But regardless, this race was fun.
Yeah, that was a fun race to watch. A fun race to commentate on. And you know, the show that those guys put on at the front there. Some real clean, hard racing.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Blazer, that was some race, man. Oh, Van Gijsen's left the session. I was just about to invite him.
Oh, don't worry. Just, you know, Alright, so we invite Steffi. We invite... Recently played with. There we go. Invite. I was about to invite you to the party. I don't know why. Not Eagle. Fruit Boy and Steffi.
Yeah, Fruit Boy, Steffi, and Geisen.
Van Geisen. Van Geisen. Are we not going to get any of our podium finishes in the party?
It doesn't
Really?
look like it. It doesn't look like it, my friend.
No. I'll send them one more invite, and if they don't join, that'll be it from us.
Steph. I've just sent them a quick Discord message as well.
We've got one.
One of them's in.
Can we get our other two podium finishers in here?
Hey,
Hello.
how you doing? Absolutely magnificent after watching that. It was some race. Yes, please.
There we go. That's better.
So, Fruit Boy isn't joining, I don't think. Van Geisen isn't joining either.
No. Okay. Well, it looks like we're just going to be interviewing our only non-Ferrari driver to finish on the podium. I assume it's because Ferrari's celebrating a good bit right now. But Steffi, you had an absolutely phenomenal qualifying session until Q3. Towards the end, you crashed out of Lesmos. What were the emotions?
Oh, I was like, I was so sad, man. I wanted to get a pole because I haven't had a pole in quite a while. So, yeah, I was really annoyed. But yeah, I think I could have did it, but yeah, it went wrong.
Starting the race, you gained about 4 spots in the first 3 laps. Did you think you could win this race?
Oh, I mean, I wasn't sure. I wasn't too sure. I knew I could definitely get a podium. But what's it? Halfway into the race, I was running out of fuel because I was hoping for a safety car. So I like underfueled the car a tiny bit. I
Me
don't
and
know
Rage
why,
Quit
but
noticed that you and Van Geisen, fun fact, did the exact same strategy.
yeah. I mean, I didn't really pay too much attention to strategy, but I knew there was rain coming at the end, so I used the softs and then the mediums, but I didn't know if that was a good idea, because I think if the rain came a bit earlier, that probably would have been a problem. So yeah, yeah, that was pretty much it.
Well, all in all, it seems to
Okay,
have worked out well
finishing-
for you. Yeah, the Mercedes picking up some valuable points to keep the
P2 and P4.
some valuable points there to keep the constructors title pretty much alive in Tier 3. Look at the standings right now. Yeah, Mercedes were top today. Ferrari were down in 5th position, 58 points behind you. So that's not only good points for you, but good points for the team as well.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, I haven't really looked at the standings. I'll probably get some time later. So yeah, that's cool.
Your
That's
team
cool.
scored 31 unless someone took the fastest lap from you.
I think. Oh,
Because you got P2 and fastest lap, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think I did. I think some Ferrari got it. I'm not too sure who. Maybe I did. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I can't see
Well,
the
we'll have
fastest
to
lap
look
right
back
now.
at that on the stream. But after that race, you guys will, without a doubt, will maintain the gap on Alpine. In fact, you'll probably gain on them by a good bit. But Ferrari with P1 and P3, are you worried at all that they could be a contender?
Ooh,
They scored 40 points, I believe, today.
I don't know. I mean, you never know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely. Next
Well.
week, a very different track next week as we head off to Singapore. What are your thoughts about Singapore?
Oh, I haven't raced there in quite a while, to be honest. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I need to probably do some practice. Yeah.
I hope you have a better time there than I normally do. I can assure you with that.
Singapore, I haven't driven that track in forever, and it's so hard as well because the walls are like really narrow as well. So, yeah.
They are indeed.
It's a nice track though. It's really cool.
Well, congratulations, Steffi. A phenomenal race by you. I do hope to
Thanks.
speak to you again maybe in the near future, a week from now at Singapore.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be cool.
Zeke says he got fastest lap.
Yeah.
Zeke got it. Okay, so
Zeke nicked that
the
point for
extra
Aston
point will
Martin.
go to Aston Martin.
GG's for the Aston Martin boys, by the way. Good work, Zeke.
Yeah, that's good.
Zeke was P5, so that's 11 points for him on the day.
I thought he was behind me. Was he not?
Yeah,
He
picked up
was
5 penalties.
P3, but he had a 5-second
Oh
penalty
yeah.
for speeding
oh,
in
yeah,
the pits.
Yeah, he had a pen. Yeah.
So it went to Fruit Boy, and then P4 went to your teammate.
Yeah. That's good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for us here at RSF1 Division 3. I've been your host, DTF1 Days, alongside my co-commentator, Rage Quit. Goodbye and good night.
Good night, guys. Take care.